Hello again and welcome back to the Fatfish Guitar Studio. My name's Dave and this is the first video of 2021, so Happy New Year if you're watching this video when it comes out. And what I thought I'd do in this one is just kind of have a bit of a look back on 2020 and look ahead to 2021. Obviously looking back on 2020, it was a bit of a grim year, all things considered, but I thought I don't want to just focus on the negatives, try and see what positives I can pull out of the year. And kind of one thing that really came to mind for me was because of the real shift in the way things were in 2020, I had a lot more time to just discover new music. Spent a lot of time on the online streaming platforms, on YouTube, Spotify, all that sort of thing, and I hope you did as well. Discovering new artists, in some cases even discovering whole new genres of music which I hadn't really had time to appreciate before. So I discovered possibly some of them have been on your radar for years. They weren't necessarily for me. So what I'll do is I'll put a link in the information section down there. I'll put a list with some artists which I discovered during the year and you might want to go and check out for yourself. I'm not going to include a whole load in the video here because YouTube copyright and all of that sort of stuff. I can't kind of show you examples because the copyright police come down on me, but I'll give you a list of artists to check out in the information section below. So that was kind of one positive for me, being able to discover new music. And something else which kind of happened during the year was, as live gigs were being closed down, artists, because we're creative types, we have to be playing, we have to be showing you something. The shift from people playing in-person gigs to doing live streams, and I discovered some great live streams over the year. Some because of artists I already knew who moved to the live streaming environment. Other ones, recommendations from you guys. I was doing certainly one case I was doing a live stream myself on Facebook, on the Fatfish Facebook page, and somebody dropped in the comment, "Oh, I've just joined. I've been watching a live stream by somebody." I thought, "Oh, that's a name." I went and checked that band out, and they were really good. A band called the Lied Tos, I think it was the band in question. So like an Americana type group, and I found myself just listening to them, and I would never have discovered them if they hadn't been doing live streams and somebody had been watching that live stream and pointing them out to me. So that was, again, a serendipitous sort of discovery. And some of those live streams have just become regular parts of my week. 7:45 on Friday evening, Megan Dixon Hood doing her live streams. Big fan of her music, and also on Saturday night, Saturday tea time, 5 o'clock, is Chantal McGregor's Shed Sessions. Big fan of Chantal, listened to her music for years, seen her in concert once or twice. Very good guitar player, very good singer. And part of my Saturday routine now is have the laptop set up on the kitchen bench while I'm preparing dinner on Saturday night and watch the Chantal McGregor Shed Session. So yeah, the whole live streaming thing's just become part of 2020. It's been a new way of consuming music, and it's the best we can do under the circumstances. Other positives from the year, well, despite the fact we've spent a lot of it in lockdown and not going out as much as I could have done, I've actually made quite a few new friends through online things. Before we went into the whole COVID thing, I started doing some interviews on the YouTube channel, and got in touch with people there. That's something I need to open up again for 2021, actually, is the interviews. But people that I was interviewing, some of those become friends, and particularly, and this kind of moves on to my other positive for the year, is the first interview that I did in the year was John Davidson from the Heavy Repping Plectrum blog. And talking to him sort of rekindled my interest in picks. And the big thing for me during the year was getting into pick making. So there's now Fatfish Picks is a thing. You can go to the Fatfish website. There's a link through to the Etsy store. You can buy picks. You can get in touch with me if you want to get custom made picks. All sort of material like this one that I made a couple of days ago. This mirror finish acrylic, which is quite nice. A bit thicker than the average pick, but yeah, that all came about because of really, I think, because of that interview that I did with John Davidson. Got my head into pick mode, and then a live stream by Nads of Arcanum Plectra. He was doing a live stream one night showing the process of making a pick, filing it and polishing it. I thought, I'm going to have a go at that. And a few days later, I was buying material and fashioning picks, and here we are a few months later, and I've got a business making and selling picks, which is something I never expected to have at the start of the year. One thing, the thing that hit me about 2020, apart from the obvious, was it's the first year since 1985 where I haven't been to a gig. I've been to gigs before 1985, but 1985 it was a year I didn't have a gig at all. January, after, because I was looking through some cupboards, and I found old concert tickets, and I found one for AC/DC at Whitley Bay Ice Rink in January 1986, and that began a succession of years where I went to gigs, and 2020 was the year that kind of broke that stream. I think one of the main things I'm looking forward to this year is hopefully the world opening up and getting back into live music and being able to go to shows again. Before getting to that too much, I'm going to rewind slightly to something. So I think late March, I did a video on the YouTube channel, March 2020, just as the world was starting to kind of close down because of COVID and live shows were being cancelled. And I did a video, I think called it like public service announcement or something like that, kind of pointing out that a lot of the people that you listen to and consume music from, they are professional musicians. That's their vocation, that's their job, that's their source of income. And they sell music, they stream on the online platforms in a lot of cases, and they play shows and sell merchandise and whatnot. But remember that the reputation that the streaming services have for rewarding artists for the money that they pay for a number of streams. Little independent artists can't sustain an income purely off the streaming services. Their income comes from playing live shows, being able to go out to you guys and play gigs. And suddenly, overnight, their main source of income was kind of cut off. So I did a video just reminding you of that, saying, remember, support these independent artists, the people that you like, who've brought you some enjoyment with their music. Remember to support them, and while we're in lockdown, buy some merchandise. Even if you're listening to them on streaming services, buy a CD. Give them some material reward for the music, and help to sustain them through what's going to be a fairly dark time. And I did that. I hope you did as well. And it's something I'm going to keep doing. It just made me realise how much independent artists rely on us. And we're still in a difficult situation. We're still haven't got gigs or anything like that. Certainly not in the UK. So the one thing I'm going to be doing in 2021 is keep supporting independent artists. Buying CDs, buying merchandise, all that good stuff. And I would encourage you to do the same. Now, on a purely materialistic level, send them some cash. If they've got a Patreon system going, or like an online tip jar, or if there's somebody you really like and haven't got anything like that, but you want to support them, get in touch and say, have you got a PayPal link? I just want to send you, a couple of quid, or a couple of dollars or whatever, just as thank you for the music that you've been doing, and kind of keep you going. And I'm looking forward to you being able to come out and play gigs again. If you can spare it, I'm not asking. I'm not telling you what to do with your money, or asking you to spend what you can't afford. But if you can spare a couple of quid to support an independent artist, and this is not an appeal for money for me. I'm not asking you to send me anything. There's far more deserving causes than myself. But if you can continue to support independent artists in 2021, please do. Other main thing I think for me for 2021 is to continue to grow the pick business. Like I said, Fatfish Picks is a thing. I'm making guitar picks now. There's an online store, an Etsy store, where you can buy stock, or you can get in touch with me for a custom pick. And I'm going to try and grow that and continue to evangelize. Playing a pick, this one I'm playing here, this is, I think it's 5.7 millimeter, which is, you think, wow, that's pretty thick, that must be really ungainly. It's not. A thicker pick is actually quite a pleasant playing experience. This is actually incredibly comfortable. So I'm going to continue kind of interacting and supporting the pick community. The pick making community is a wonderful place. Big shout out to Tron Davidson from Heavy Repping Plectrum blog. He's done an awful lot to bring together all these independent pick makers, get them talking to each other. He does so much to kind of just basically, as he puts it, spread the word of the Plectraverse to people. And we've got a lot to thank him for. The pick making community is a very friendly place. It's somewhere I'm simultaneously proud yet humbled to be a part of. So yeah, I'm going to continue with the fat fish pick business. And the other thing I want to keep doing in 2021 is keep the YouTube channel going. I started 2020 with a few interviews. I had a few lined up that kind of fell through for various reasons, and just that sort of ran out of steam. But I want to try and get a few more interview type of things lined up for the new year. I was interviewed myself a few weeks ago for Hippie Picks. He's a fellow plectrum maker. But he's got a series of videos on his YouTube channel where he's interviewing different pick makers. So he talked to me about what picks and music and guitar in general. And that just made me think, yeah, I need to get back into the interview game. So I try and get some videos some interviews lined up for the new year for all of that. And just general online, more content for the YouTube channel, tuition and reviews and all of that good stuff. So what about you? What are your hopes and aspirations for 2021? You're welcome to leave a comment in the comment section below. It's always good to have a conversation on these videos. I think though if 2020 has taught us anything, it's things can come along and completely blow your plans out of the water. So I think we can have aspirations, but we need to be prepared to adapt to circumstances as the things evolve. Okay, like I said, you're welcome to leave a comment down there. I'll try and check back on this video. I don't always see comments that are left on YouTube videos. I don't get notified when people comment, so I'll check back occasionally. If you want to get in touch with me specifically to ask me questions or make suggestions for future videos, you're better off going here, fill that form in, send your question in. I'm guaranteed to see it and get around to answering your question. So anything about guitar playing, music theory, guitar equipment, anything at all, send your question in. I'll get around to answering it in a future video. So all the usual stuff, please click like, subscribe, click the bell icon, all of that sort of stuff. Best wishes for 2021, and see you in the next video. Bye for now.